Where's the angle? Where's the big angle?
One of the things people were expecting with the Pat McAfee interview was that it was going to be some big angle. We'll talk about Raw a little later. Some big angle leading to what has been purported to be the match for WrestleMania 38. Vince McMahon versus Pat McAfee. And there was no angle.
Well, and they had a pre-tape with Vince and Austin Theory on Raw where they were talking about Vince doing the Pat McAfee show, and Austin Theory said, well, you might need somebody there with you. What in case and this is such horrible fucking material they've given him, so I still don't know whether he can really talk or not, but it was like, well, what if the interviewer stands up and wants to fight you? Shouldn't you have somebody there and, blah, blah, blah to protect you? And Vince says, oh, it's not that kind of show, and he walks off. And then the camera zooms in on Austin Theory all melodramatically, and he's sitting there and he goes, but it could be. There was no Austin Theory. He didn't. So I'm wondering, between Monday night and what was it, Thursday afternoon, did somebody talk him out of it? Or did they change course? Or are they still going to do something?
Yeah.
Or did they just work us into thinking they were going to do something to do big ratings on the Vince McMahon interview on Pat McAfee show?
Now, WWE's not that generous to outside sources, so I think it's more that this is just a cog in the wheel. I'm sure it'll be revealed maybe on Raw or, who knows, maybe the week before WrestleMania at this point, that somehow Austin Theory will be tied into this because he promised Pat McAfee a match at WrestleMania. No idea who the opponent will be. He's not feuding with anyone, unless maybe Michael Cole. I really don't know. And they know that the rumor is about Pat McAfee wrestling Vince. They completely ignored it. They didn't even shoot it down. They just ignored it. They're still going to do something, but it's going to be on their own programming.
We shall see. We will find out. But in the meantime, WrestleMania is April 1st, 2nd and 3rd, right? How could I forget April 3rd? It's Tornado Day.
Tornado Day?
Tornado Day, April 3rd, 1974, here in Louisville. Tornado Day. We've talked about this a couple months ago.
Hey, did you see someone tweeted the picture of the day the sewers exploded?
Yes, I saw that. And I remember the Hill Street Blues is what one of the newspapers, because it was on Hill Street. Hill Street Blues is one of the newspaper headlines. But anyway, where was I going with that? Oh, point is, it's 4 weeks away. It's a month away. Less. Vince used to be highly perturbed if the WrestleMania card was not finalized, even if you hadn't announced everything. If it wasn't finalized 2 months out, he was like, what the fuck are we doing here, pal? And now they're still floating around whether Austin's going to do something. And he may not, or he was going to do something, but he might not have a match. We don't know. He hadn't agreed to it yet. Reports are differing. There's this phantom thing with McAfee, but they haven't really started it yet. Some last minute shit for 200,000 tickets.